Okay, please start with your presentation.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. I'm Jasmine Helal, and today I want to present the double mind condition that I found in Japan. So first of all, we have to say that Japan is, of course, one of the most developed, technologically developed country in the world. And disease can be seen everywhere and anytime since the very first moment we came here, for example, at the airport, where we can see a lot of robots, a lot of machines. So it is natural and very evident to see this technological behavior in Japan. However, we can see also a double mind condition regarding this topic in the Japanese society. Because from one side, we, as said, can easily live this technological life here in Japan and find it very easy, and how people manage to use technology in a very easy way compared to other countries. But also from the other side, we can find some behavior that can be seen as non-technological behavior compared also to the other countries. For example, the cash payment method that it's very popular in Japan. In fact, compared to other countries of the world, Japan is a country that still use a lot cash more than credit card. So this can be surprising for people who came from outside. For example, for me as a student, before coming, I was thinking that I would use the credit card for everything, as Japan is always related with fast technology and everything is so quick and fast. So I was thinking and I was prepared to use my card for everything and anytime. But then I discovered that people here prefer and use more cash than credit card, and not only they prefer it, but sometimes we have to use cash in very important payments, for example, rent, health insurance, etc. So this was surprising because showed me these contracts and this double mind condition in Japan, which I didn't know before, because as I said, it's, the idea of Japan is always related with very fast and technological behavior. Another example is, for example, the paperwork. In fact, in Japan, people still use a lot of work when they do, for example, important documents, when they go for in a public office or in any place to conclude any documents or affairs. So, for example, compared to other countries which can be seen less advanced, technologically advanced than Japan, here everything is used with paper, but in other countries it's more fast and with online, with computer, etc. So this is also another example that I saw about this contrast between technology and non-technology. In fact, I also saw on the internet this sentence that said that cash is still a king in Japan. Paper packaging is underrated and expensive. Fax is still widely used. In fact, fax also is a very important point, because I think like in Italy or many other countries, fax is not used anymore. Like we don't listen even about the fax, but here in Japan, since I came, like everywhere we see fax, etc. And exchanging business card is a mandatory professional ritual, and paperwork in endemic in business and government. So this shows that it's this idea of using the paper a lot, not only for cash but for everything, everywhere, the university, public office, for doing documents, etc. It's very common, and it's preferable by Japanese people, and they prefer to use it rather than credit card and online document. So in my opinion, I saw this as a double mind condition here in Japan, because as I said, from one side, we can easily live this technological attitude and this technological life in Japan everywhere and every time since the very first moment. But from the other side, we see that Japan and Japanese people prefer to continue to keep a specific behavior which can be seen from other people as not related with Japan and not related with the Japanese idea of technology, fast, quick, safe, and everything. So to conclude, I want to say that of course this is not a negative to pay with cash or to have paperwork or to use paper, but it's and also that Japan still continues to be, like, of course, one of the most developed, technologically developed country in the world. But it only can be surprising to see this contrast for coming to Japan, especially for someone who doesn't know about this, who can be prepared to come here and do everything, for example, with credit card, with the use of online documents, etc. But once we came here, we find that some things are different from what we think and from our idea about Japan, especially because compared to the other countries, we can see that the other countries which are less developed, technologically developed, everything is now we can say done with credit card and very fast and with online procedure and documents. So yes, thank you. And I also want to ask if someone was also surprised about this topic, to see that here we are paying with cash, for example, rent, health insurance, and this stuff. And if there is something else that show you this contrast between technology and non-technological behavior. Yeah.
Yeah, I had the same thing, because like, for example, here at school, we still need to go a lot to like the ward office or like all kinds of offices to arrange shit for school. But like at my home university, we have everything we just do online.
Yeah.
That's like very big difference.
Yeah, actually this is something that I've been thinking about a lot, because like in Italy I wouldn't even use my actual like credit card. I use my phone, like Google Pay, and just pay with my phone. And then I came here and I remember, because I was on the same class as Sylvia, and I was telling her like, oh, the toilets are so cool, this is so like so high tech and shit. And then like 5 minutes later I had to withdraw cash and do other stuff for like insurance, and I just wanted to show them. Good presentation.
Okay. Thank you very much. Good.